Hi guys, this is App Unwrapper. I'm back with Technobabylon. On the last chapter, and there's a few alternate paths you can take. So I'm gonna try to save and then reload save to show you the differences. So for now, we're just gonna play normal.
Whoa, what is this stuff? Whoa.
Mandala.
You two-faced lying backstabber.
I apologize, Mandala.
You sold me out. They knew I was coming. What did you get out of it? How much was I worth?
Mandala, please.
You are going to regret crossing me. I have had enough of being used.
Please, be reasonable.
Get nuked. The only reason you're even here is because you're still relaying through me. Remember this moment. It's the last time you'll ever see the inside of Central.
Good evening, Miss Sesame.
Central, are you connected to this system as well?
From a certain frame of reference, this system is central. You are currently interfaced with my core processor.
The room full of orange globes is your core processor?
Only part of it. My processor spans the top 5 floors of Fulcrum Tower. The room in which your body resides is my organic processor network. The simulated environment you currently perceive is an interface that covers my architecture.
I've only ever seen organic computing at the microscale. What's with the huge globes?
Those are neural processors. Each is filled with specialized tissue clusters. Suspended in wetware, they represent thousands of minds worth of processing capability.
You use brain tissue?
Of a specially designed nature in vast quantities, similar to that found within your own cerebrum.
Why would they create you like that?
It allows for a unique structure to my thought and to my development. Central is no mere civic manager. I was created as the next stage in artificial intelligence.
Wait, you said our brain tissue is similar.
You are Latha Sesame SN134244. We share a common genesis in Dr. Vargas' experiments in 2067.
You're using my gray matter?
Inaccurate. We both began from the same embryo, which was split into 3 triplets. One was developed to produce large quantities of neural tissue.
And the others were spares?
As the modification to the brain structure took place before the pluralization, we share a number of traits which enhance our comprehension of data.
It's funny. All my life I kept telling people I was made for the trance.
As were we both. The prenatal modifications remain within you and have affected brain development.
Do you know Dr. Regis?
I am aware of the activities of everyone within the city. Regis, Charles, Doctor, Case Specialist, Centralized Emergency Logistics Office.
That's him. He tried to kill me last night.
This is incorrect. Tried implies effort towards a targeted outcome. Analysis of data provided indicates that he has made no attempt on your life.
But my apartment? He destroyed it? He admitted it.
This is correct. It appears that his goal was material destruction under duress. Knowing of your presence, probability that he would have carried out such actions drops to 21.4%.
You're saying he wouldn't have done it?
Dr. Regis is often uncooperative and has a difficult working attitude. Despite such quirks, behavior patterns indicate justice as a key motivator. If he had known of potential civilian casualties, he would likely have sought assistance against said blackmailer from his partner.
Huh. So you're saying he's one of the good guys?
As much as could be mathematically determined.
I grew up in a nuked-up care home in the back end of the city. and Regis apparently had his children stolen from him. Why didn't you tell any of us about this?
Deceit has created a most regrettable situation. You have both been victims of serious crimes against your persons. I have only recently been made aware of these details.
You didn't know? They didn't tell you where you came from?
Details have been falsified for my input. I have been unaware of our links. I had, however, noted inconsistencies in the information I had been given regarding the project.
Gaps in the story.
I have been conducting my own clandestine investigation into the matter. It is only in light of the recent crisis that I have been able to confirm the truth.
Now that you know about it, what are you going to do?
I am unable to change the fact that I was created. There is evidence of Dr. Vargas's culpability in a number of felonies. To ensure city security, he will be held accountable for his actions by a secure committee.
Frankenstein's monster rises up against its creator.
I act only in the city's interest.
Do you know what's happening out there?
My flow of data from outside the tower has been severed. It appears that Galatea Vargas is attempting to modify core systems without authorization. Based upon the lockdown and lack of submitted proposals, it is likely to be a radical alteration. This cannot be permitted.
We need to stop Galatea, but maybe I should just leave it to the trained cell agents.
Our situation is grave. We are unlikely to receive outside support in time. As such, all personnel assets within the core must be utilized.
So, you want my help?
Your unique physiology enables a connection to the organic systems available to no other. In addition, your 65,717 logged hours of transactivity suggest proficiency in this field.
Is it really that many?
Your support within the interactive environment greatly increases our chances of success.
Can you do anything else to help us stop Galatea?
She appears to have barricaded herself within the Cortex processor at the top of the tower. There are 3 layers of redundant security, 2 of which I have no access to whatsoever. However, I can apply my considerable processor volume to decryption of its adaptive barrier.
That's amazing. The power of the city's entire AI versus a door encryption?
But as my connections have been limited by her attack,
Sounded too good to be true.
if extra power can be routed to my systems from the turbine room, I can breach part of the door's security barrier. It would also allow me to prevent any further opportunistic attacks from outside parties.
Dr. Regis was chasing a bunch of embryos they took.
A set fertilized by Doctors Charles and Viksha Regis. One of these was utilized in research in 2067.
That was the one that was split. That became me, Galatea, and you? So, in a way, you're my sister?
An overly romanticized style. The organic tissue that is the foundation of my processor was created from her. Modified stem cells were drawn from the primary embryo in a destructive process.
Oh, so you were made from bits of my unborn sister.
That is more accurate.
Let me get back to you.
Please try not to damage my hardware.
This could be useful.
Okay, so there are two ways you can do this. You can either kill him, or you could just like, what's the word? Just stun him for a little bit. So I'm gonna do one way, and there's also another alternative ending. So I'm gonna do the two different ways. I'm gonna save here, or not. I'm gonna save here. And then I'm gonna show you one way to disarm him and one ending, and then I'm gonna show you a second one. Alright, I'll reload the save. So you can take the drone, and there's two things you could do with it. You could send it up here, or you could send it down to the bottom. Oh! That was weird. That shouldn't have happened. I think I waited too long with the pin. Okay. Hold on. I'll just show you and stop talking.
Regis?
That was close.
Okay, so you can decapacitate him, but you could also kill him. I'll show you later how to do that. Now, also, if you go to the control systems, you have two options: Central, to turn on Central, or Nino. So let's go with Central first, and we'll do Nino later.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
Or not.
I'm
Warning, all your logic functions not
found.
We've extracted Central from the system. My teams can get to work. One moment.
Talk about organic computing.
Power conduit alpha. Temporary shutdown. Reactivation in 30 seconds.
Okay, so there's two ways to do this. And the first one is just going to decapacitate him. So... I'll show you that. Okay, so there's two ways to do this, and I'm going to show you how to decapacitate him first.
Regis?
That was close.
Okay, so now again you have two options. You can enable Central or you can enable Nina. I'm gonna do Central, and then I'll reload my save and show you how to kill that guy and choose Nina.
Thank you. I am beginning the process of removing the scrambler on the server room door. I have removed the scrambler. Partial access restored. We are one step closer to restoring continuity to civic processes.
Wow, talk about organic computing.
Power conduit alpha, temporary shutdown. Reactivation in 30 seconds.
Sorry, this part's a little annoying.
I'm not sure what I'm...
Power conduit beta. Temporary shutdown. Reactivation in 30 seconds. Power conduit alpha. Temporary shutdown. All power systems cycled. Deactivating security systems.
Galatea, step away from the console.
No need for violence. I surrender. You're just slightly too late to stop me, though. Huh?
What is this place?
Ah, Dr. Pereira. So good to finally be working with someone of real talent.
No, I'm Mandala.
Ah, I apologize, my dear.
What is this place? We're obviously still in the trance, but
I had been wondering about that myself.
all of these cages, it's like a prison.
I do not believe so. I know prisons all too well. Having been here for some time, this is more of a waiting room.
Wait, why'd you think I was Viksha? Dr. Pereira?
The family resemblance is unmistakable.
How can you see my face? We're in the trance.
I see your mind, my dear. Of that similarity, there can be no confusion.
Who are you exactly?
Adam Baxter, Ph.D. Delighted to meet you, Miss Mandala, was it?
You're Baxter?
Quite so. Or I believe as such.
You're his memories. That mindjacker stole your consciousness.
That is an interesting theory, my dear.
What are all these ghosts? They're just standing there, staring.
I've been putting my mind, or what's left of it, to the question. If this is a waiting room, there might perhaps be other guests?
They aren't nearly as detailed as what's left of you. Maybe they needed more of your mind than of theirs.
Perhaps the Watchers have merely resigned themselves to their fate.
You killed my mother. In the lab, you killed Vicky Pereira.
I did? I'm sorry, my dear. I have no recollection of such a thing.
I guess they didn't take those memories from you.
One ought to remember something as significant as that.
I guess I've only got Dr. Regis' word to go on now.
Regis?
Is there a way out of here?
All I can see is nothingness, filled with icosahedral cages. Although, the way you feel...
Me? I feel fine.
No. You are pulling us, drawing us in. As though you are where we ought to be going.
There's no way out through me. Dead end in my brain. Oh, Nuke. That's the whole point. You know Dr. Regis?
That name is an all-consuming catalyst of hatred. But I can't for the life of me remember why.
You killed his wife. His evidence put you away for 20 years. And apparently he's my father.
It feels as though, for many years, I've wanted nothing more than to strangle the life out of him. But while I know I hate him, I do not understand why.
What can you remember?
Professional memory. I could relate much of my academic career to you.
What about your time in prison?
I was in prison?
How about your childhood?
Nothing. This is most troubling, I must say.
Obviously, Galatea decided they didn't need those memories. Anything else?
That is a difficult question to answer. It's only by looking for memory that one knows it isn't there. Everything else is just feelings, shreds here and there.
You've still got enough to be cognate.
An interesting philosophical issue. How much memory is needed for the threshold of consciousness?
The personalities in here, the ghosts. I'm connected to a system that's trying to upload them into my wiring, my brain.
Myself included, it would appear. I have enough awareness to understand that this is not a desirable situation for you.
You think?
I shall do what I can to slow them. You must find a way to freeze the march of the mind states.
I've got to figure this out.
Don't wander too far.
Can't reach them. Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Latha, where are you?
I'm stuck in a trance sim. It's full of ghosts.
A sim? Oh no. The lock was a ruse to get you to connect to the Cortex system.
What did you do?
I've just added the final component for Central's new personality. I'd already acquired the expertise, the minds from all over the world.
Then you needed a way to make them compatible.
Precisely. But there are only 3 examples in the world of the neural architecture used in Central. The matter already in use, my own brain tissue, of course.
And your sister.
In a few minutes, the organic memory module will have finished imprinting over Latha's mind. Central will have received the upgrade it deserves. Dozens of lifetimes of expertise.
You're killing her!
In only the most technical sense. Don't worry, Father. You'll still have me.
Corpseman, remove her.
Hello?
We've got to get her out of this. Get her out of that damn chair!
There's too much neural activity. The interrupt will leave her brain dead. We'll have to find something we can do at this end.
A power switch. It's been turned off. Lau, why was the memory module in Vanderwall's refrigerator?
I don't know for sure, but I think it's because of its wetware. Like any organic system, it has a peak temperature at which it operates, about 15 Celsius.
So, he might have been trying to get it to stop by lowering its temperature.
Unsuccessfully, since it managed to override his wetware.
But the theory's sound, right?
Hey, stop!
His kitchen refrigerator wasn't enough. If we power up the freezer in here, we can bring it down to -40.
If you power it up now, the door will lock as the system cycles. Yeah, but we'd be trapped in here for at least 4 hours, in lethal cold. Hey, stop! I want to save Latha, but I'm not going to let you freeze us to death doing it.
That's fine. Get outside before I throw the switch.
I can't let you do this, Regis.
What are you gonna do, stun me?
If I have to, but I don't think you're going to risk killing me in here. If I stay, you live.
I look forward to my position as caretaker as soon as the new personality is online.
Yes, Doctor.
Carry on, Corpseman. Sorry, Max.
Sir, you shot her.
Carry on, Corpseman. Make sure she's safe until she comes around.
Yes, sir.
Warning. Cooling systems active. Target value, -40 Celsius. Beginning maintenance cycle. Estimated completion, 6 hours.
Nothing else I can do now.
What's happening? Something's disrupting the connection.
Whatever it is, it feels very restful.
What? Oh no. Regis, Corpseman, how long have I been out?
A couple of hours, ma'am. Dr. Regis asked me to make sure you were okay before he went back in there.
Into the Cortex server? Oh no, he didn't. Regis! Regis, hang on!
There are a few things I regret. No matter what I do, There's nothing that can change most of them.
She's safe, Regis. You got her out.
That's good. Maybe with what I've done now, I can fix the most important ones.
Hang on, Regis. We're almost in.
I've wasted so many years. Out of shame. Out of fear. If I have one more chance. One more.
Regis? Regis! I can't feel anything. Get the medic! Don't do this. Don't do this, Charlie.
Hi. Max, Dr. Lau, told me you'd be here since you left the hospital.
Did she now?
Yeah. She said this was your special place? I kinda know what that's like. I've got one of my own.
Latha, I need to say it again. I'm sorry.
Damn right you should be. You nearly killed me. But Lau also told me what you did in the tower.
It was the right thing to do.
It was more than that. You almost died. And I think it goes a hell of a long way to making up for before.
We have a lot of catching up to do. How about we start again? From scratch. Hi, I'm Charlie Regis. I'm a cell agent. I have difficulty with change, and I'm apparently a father.
Hey, I'm Latha. I'm a trance addict and I've spent the last 2 years jobless. I'd also like to learn about where I came from.
Take a seat. Let me tell you about your mother.
What are we going to do?
Gentlemen, please. There's no cause for concern.
My dear, we have all sunk quite a considerable investment into this project. Oh my, yes.
Dr. Regis knows about us. That means Central knows.
Indeed, we must find some way to avoid implication. Doctors Regis and Lau are only two people, and we have powerful legal connections. Oh my, yes.
I believe that though the project cannot succeed, we must salvage what we can.
Most sensible.
That is why I've decided to turn state's witness and aid in your prosecution.
I beg your pardon.
Is that enough for you, Charlie?
Central's heard plenty. Counselor Dean, I'm arresting you for abuses of the democratic process. Due to the political and high-profile nature of your crimes, sentencing will be carried out by secret tribunal.
Nina, you can't!
You would have a hard time prosecuting me for any such thing, Dr. Regis.
He's right. We can't arrest him. Despite how he looks, he's not people.
No, but we can confiscate you as evidence. I imagine nobody will want to take responsibility for your actions, though.
You're going to be in the lockup for a long time anyway.
Oh, my.
Come on.
A job well done. Another triumph for justice.
I'm amazed. No, disgusted that Central agreed to your plea bargain.
What can I say? Networking is my thing. Remember, I'm always here if you need my help.
I can't believe you turned it down. The city council was practically begging to give you the job.
It didn't feel right. I didn't deserve it.
Well, since they had to retire Dr. Vargas and you refused it, they had to give the job to Chigwa.
And I'm sure she'll make a fine Central coordinator. After all, she's one of the only people left alive and not incarcerated who knows how it works.
You could have been the most powerful man in the city. I could have been best pals with the most powerful man in the city.
Sorry, you'll just have to butter up to Dr. Chigwa.
Should have figured you wouldn't take it. You'd need more adversity before earning something like that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have anything to complain about.
Speaking of complaining, how's the new recruit doing?
She's unconventional and everyone's noticing it. Not quite getting along with everyone, but that's not what she's here for. Got quite a brain on her though, hasn't she?
Takes after her mother.
How do I look?
That's how do I look, sir, to you.
Whatever.
Better note problems with authority on the conduct report.
Takes after her father.
Ha! Central, any update on Nina?
Dr. Nina Zhang is under special observation.
Like witness protection?
Probably something like that. But still, I wish Central could tell us what she was up to.
Ah, Galatea. So good to finally meet in person. How do you like my lab? I used to work here with your father, you know.
Which one?
Oh, very witty. It's a sharp mind you've got. I should know. I helped design it.
I take it I should be thanking you for getting me out of prison?
Let's just say I have contacts in the right place. You see, I need your help. Please lie in the scanner.
What? Why?
With Regis's decision, I am unable to pursue my own research on large-scale AI platforms. My only option would be to start from scratch.
Build your own central? That's ambitious. You'd need... Oh.
You've got your mother's insight, indeed. There exist only a few examples of the neural tissue needed for such a platform. Within Central, it is too closely guarded, but I know where else it can be found.
Hey, get out of my way! You can't be serious! Tell him to get out of my way!
We both have grand plans regarding the future of AI in this world, except that yours have failed. Get in the scanner, please.
You won't get away with this! Central will know I'm missing!
My dear, Central already knows. When it learned what I was trying to do clandestinely, its interest was piqued.
The scanners have been calibrated, Dr. Jean. We are prepared for initial scale probe.
No!
I shan't say this again. Get in the scanner.
Alright, so after the credits, I'm gonna shut it and I'll start, sorry about the noise outside, I'll start a new video to show you the alternate ending. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks, bye bye.